I never expected my life to change in a dusty spaceport, but there she was, an alien woman with silver hair, her daughter clinging to her leg. And me, Peter Carter, a human trader barely scraping by, suddenly in the middle of a universal mess. Of course, my father, Carl, had to chime in from my communicator. "Peter, congratulations. You've just found someone far above your pay grade. Try not to get yourself vaporized." I ignored him and rushed to help. The mother was Lyra, the daughter Naomi. They were stranded, running from danger, and needed shelter. My little trade shuttle became their lifeline. As we lifted off, Carl piped up again. "Ah, yes, Peter. Nothing like a blind act of heroism to make your father question all his life choices." "You're welcome." Lyra's gaze met mine, wary but calm. Naomi, on the other hand, declared I was the weird human and stomped toward the cockpit. I had no idea what I'd signed up for, but things just got a lot more interesting. Finding a place to stay wasn't easy. Lyra navigated the starport's bureaucracy like a pro, while Naomi complained about everything. Carl's commentary was constant. "Ah, Peter, teaching alien kids to walk through paperwork is heroic, truly. Maybe someday they'll write songs about your clerical skills. Or not. We managed to secure a dusty corner to live in." Lyra began tinkering with salvaged parts, creating tech that hummed with quiet brilliance. I tried not to touch anything that might explode. "Peter," Carl said, "assume everything is dangerous until proven otherwise. Let the alien woman handle it. I needed supplies, and Lyra's inventions gave us a shot at a decent trade." But of course, pirates showed up. I panicked, but Lyra just smiled and deployed a small holographic projection that confused them long enough for us to escape. Carl's voice crackled. "See, Peter? She's brilliant, and you? Well, you're lucky she didn't vaporize you for trying to haggle first." By the time we were safely aboard my ship, the Starboard Horizon, I realized I was hopelessly in love with this chaos-wielding genius and Naomi. She had stowed away in the cargo hold with a mischievous grin. And Carl, he was already scheming. "Peter, maybe now you'll finally produce grandchildren before the universe explodes, or at least try." Life aboard the Starboard Horizon was crowded. Lyra and I shared the cramped quarters awkwardly, while Naomi demanded bedtime stories in 3 languages. Carl commented, "As always, nothing says romance like arguing over blanket allocation in zero gravity." We laughed, shared stories, and slowly began to trust one another. The next morning, a rogue asteroid storm hit. I gripped the controls while Lyra shouted evasive vectors. We navigated the storm together, the bond between us growing stronger with every near miss. Afterward, Lyra gave me a smile that made me forget gravity altogether. Life with her was chaos, adventure, and peril, and I couldn't imagine it any other way. Just when I thought life was settling down, a pirate syndicate came calling. They wanted Lyra's rare tech. Before I could panic, Lyra turned our tiny ship into a holographic maze. Naomi squealed with delight as the pirates chased projections. Carl couldn't resist. "Peter, you're lucky she's brilliant. Otherwise, you'd be a floating space pancake." When the pirates retreated, we were drenched in sweat but alive. And I found myself grinning. With the pirates gone, Lyra turned her alien inventions into a gold mine. We went from scraping by to surprisingly wealthy. Carl's sarcasm was on point. "Finally, Peter, your wife makes more money than you." A true human achievement. But I realized wealth didn't matter as much as the family we were building. One evening, Lyra and I found a rare moment of calm and shared stories about our pasts. Carl's voice interrupted. "Ah, Peter, you're bonding with your alien spouse in 0G. You might survive this adventure yet." I laughed. Lyra laughed. Naomi laughed. It was in these small moments that I realized love wasn't just chaos, it was connection. Of course, peace never lasts. A rival scientist sent mercenaries for Lyra's research. I panicked. Lyra calmly prepared defenses. Naomi giggled as holographic decoys flitted around the attackers. "Peter," Carl said, "bravery is great, but avoiding getting shot is even better." We outsmarted them, and I felt a strange thrill knowing we could face danger together. That night, as 0G confetti from Naomi's experiments floated around us, I realized how deeply I'd fallen for this brilliant, fearless woman. Carl's voice finally softened. "Peter, maybe you've done something right. Maybe." I smiled. "Yeah, Dad, maybe I have." Then an urgent distress signal. A nearby mining colony was under attack. Lyra suited up, Naomi clinging to her leg. Carl's voice crackled. "Peter, if you die, I'm blaming you." We arrived to find chaos. Lyra calmly coordinated an evacuation, and Naomi handed out makeshift tools. We saved the colony. Carl quipped, "Congratulations, Peter. You might actually deserve grandchildren after all." Peace was short-lived. A pirate blockade threatened our trading route. This time, Lyra suggested diplomacy. I almost laughed, but with her brilliance and my awkward charm, we convinced the pirates to join our trade network. Carl's commentary was priceless. "Peter, you negotiated with pirates? Either you're brilliant, or they're just confused by your incompetence." Probably both. Later, Lyra shared a secret. Her family was part of a lost alien lineage with a responsibility to protect star systems. Carl interjected, "Peter, you're officially outclassed. Just accept it." My proposal was unconventional. 0G confetti, floating holographic stars, and Naomi as our mischievous ring-bearer. I fumbled, Lyra laughed, and Carl grumbled. Finally, "Took you long enough, Peter." She said yes. The wedding was small, chaotic, and perfect. The horizon hummed with warmth. We were home. Our family grew with the arrival of our first child, Lyra Naomi. Carl's voice crackled. "Congratulations. You've made a human-alien hybrid capable of outsmarting you in 5 years. Don't screw it up." Naomi adored her little sister, teaching her all the tricks of 0G mischief. As if life wasn't chaotic enough, we then had twins, Kale and Solara. Carl's first words were classic. "Peter, you've successfully doubled your responsibilities overnight." May the universe forgive you. Kale was curious and loved gadgets. Solara was quiet but mischievous. Lyra and I began teaching them space travel, survival, and of course, how to manage chaos. Carl added his own lessons, mostly sarcasm. Our lessons often turned into games, and the kids thrived. The grandchildren soon faced their first real challenges. They mediated a dispute between 2 colonies, impressing everyone with their calm leadership and clever strategies. Carl's voice crackled with pride. "Peter, your progeny are proving me wrong." Suspicious but proud. Then came teenage years and first loves. I tried to offer advice, which mostly resulted in awkward groans. Carl stepped in with his wisdom. "Peter, nothing teaches bravery better than first love." And mild public embarrassment. They navigated it all with Carter-style creativity. Soon, they faced their first real danger, a smuggler fleet. Lyra, Naomi, Kale, and Solara coordinated their actions, saving a humanitarian convoy. Carl's voice rang out, "Peter, your children are actually saving lives." You better write this down. Lyra Naomi's wedding to her engineer love Joran filled the horizon with laughter. Carl stole the spotlight. "Peter, your line continues. I see grandkids and chaos everywhere." Well done. Kale found his match in Myra, an adventurous engineer, their banter often setting off ship alarms. Solara thrived at a hidden space academy, bringing new knowledge and allies to the family. The Horizon hosted a massive family reunion, which was promptly interrupted by a distress signal. The entire family, young and old, sprang into action, saving a colony from a natural disaster. It was then I realized family was more than love. It was action, courage, and loyalty. Watching my children grow, fall in love, and build families of their own, I realized the universe had given me everything. Carl's proud voice summed it up best. "Peter, I've seen stars, wars, and chaos. And somehow, your family is the most impressive thing in the galaxy." Well done. Finally. The Starburn Horizon, once a small trader's ship, now floated as a beacon of family, love, and legacy. I held Lyra's hand, surrounded by our children and grandchildren. Every chaotic step had led to this perfect moment. Carl appeared, standing on the observation deck. "Peter, you finally managed to create grandchildren, chaos, and happiness all at once." I'm proud, amazed, and slightly terrified. Well done, son. The universe was vast and chaotic, but for the Carters, it was home. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more stories.